Japan has a rich and unique culture, and its communication style, both verbal and nonverbal, reflects its traditions and societal norms. Here are some key aspects of verbal and nonverbal communication in Japan. Politeness and formality. Japanese communication is often characterized by politeness and formality. It's common to use honorifics and respectful language when speaking to others, especially those in higher positions or with more authority. Here is an example.
First of all, I'm gonna explain about san. San can be used by everyone in any situation, but except the kids. And also, you can use it on business situation, like Tanaka-san, Sato-san, kind of. But don't be used the first name. You have to use the last name. Alright? The next, the next is sama. Sama is usually used on business. This is a very polite word. It's used when you call people who accept for your company. For example, 山田様、今日はありがとうございます。Something like that.
Indirect communication. Japanese people often use indirect language to convey their thoughts and feelings. Particularly in sensitive or confrontational situations, they may use euphemisms or rely on context to understand the message. Silence is often used as a form of communication in Japan. Pauses during conversations are considered thoughtful and can convey various emotions and messages. This is why you can observe that Japanese people do have their silent moment at times of conversation. And next is the listening. Active listening is highly valued in Japanese culture. People are expected to listen carefully and attentively to the speaker and show understanding through nonverbal cues. And the next one would be group harmony. Maintaining group harmony is essential in Japanese culture. People may avoid disagreeing openly and instead use non-committal language to preserve harmony. As you can see here in this video, they are all talking, but none of them has induced conflict. This is because this is not really promoted in Japan because disagreeing openly is not something Japanese people would do. Now for the non-verbal communication. One of the most famous things that a non-verbal communication style in Japan is bowing. Bowing is a common form of non-verbal communication in Japan. The depth and duration of the bow can convey different levels of respect and formality. The more lower your bow is, the meaning you respect that person more. Eye contact. While direct eye contact is generally considered a sign of confidence and honesty in many Western cultures, in Japan, it can be seen as impolite, and especially when speaking to someone of higher status or authority. So, when in Japan, make sure to observe your eye contact with others because it can be intimidating and a sign of disrespect. Facial expressions. Japanese people often use facial expressions such as smiles or nods to convey agreement, understanding, or gratitude. However, strong emotional displays are generally avoided in public. Gestures. Hand gestures are less common in Japanese communication compared to some cultures. When used, they tend to be subtle and restrained. As example in here, a handshake, which is formally used in a business setting. Personal space. Personal space in Japan is often smaller than in Western cultures. People may stand closer to each other during conversations, especially in crowded areas, but still maintain a sense of respect for personal boundaries. Gift giving. The act of gift giving and receiving gifts is an important nonverbal communication ritual in Japan. It is a way to express gratitude, build relationships, and convey respect. Uniforms and dress code. In formal and professional settings, attire is essential. Dressing appropriately communicates respect for the situation and those present. As you can see here in the video, most of the people here are wearing their business attires. And that is all for today. Thank you so much.